All right, so we're here with week 3. It feels like these first 3 weeks have gone by so fast, despite there's been so many events that have happened in the NFL, a bunch of upsets and whatnot, and it feels like time is just flying right now. It just feels like yesterday I was just talking about week 1, and here we are again, week 3 already. So get into it. Tomorrow, Pittsburgh heads to Cleveland. There is a couple games this week where it's like, I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up for me who I'm going to pick, who I'm not. I'm literally only picking Cleveland just because the way that... Pittsburgh's defense, they played good last week without TJ Watt out there and whatnot, but I don't know. It's the Patriots, and I don't think the Patriots are going to be that good this year. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're going to be, a playoff team. And we might have... I don't think we're going to have 3 teams from the AFC East. But, maybe the Patriots are trying to contend for a spot. I think Dolphins and Bills... Well, Bills probably win the division. Actually, speaking of them, they're coming up later this in this video here. But I think at least 2 teams from the AFC East. So that cuts out... Again, I think the Raiders don't make the... playoffs from the West, from the AFC West. Maybe not, I don't know, maybe not Denver. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm picking Cleveland. Anyway, to get back on track here, I'm picking Cleveland, just because I feel like, yeah, they kind of struggled, but they were beating the Jets most of the game. They did, they hung on to win against Carolina the week before. So obviously this will be a real test, and as I always say, you can never predict, division rivalries, so we'll see what happens. This might be a slugfest. We'll see. Then New Orleans heads to Carolina. These are all the Sunday games. I don't have a lot of faith in Carolina. Is Carolina worse than the Falcons? Carolina might be the worst team in the NFC South right now. They might be, because the Falcons did almost come back and beat the Rams. So I think I would say Carolina, because they've only faced the Giants and the Browns. So yeah, I think I would say Carolina, because they're 0-2 right now. Then Houston heads to Chicago. Well, did I say? I think I said I'm picking New Orleans. Whatever, it's on the screen. I'm picking New Orleans. Then Houston heads to Chicago. This is another game where it's like, it could go either way. Maybe Houston's good, maybe not. I don't know. I just think that after that it was a blowout. It technically was a blowout loss against the Packers last, 2 days ago. That, I think they're going to get back on track and get a win here and, become 2-1. But do not be surprised if Houston wins, because I don't know how to pick this game. This game is really weird to me. And I feel like we have not seen Houston and Chicago play in, years. So it's going to be very interesting. Obviously, Davis Mills, second year. Justin Fields, second year. So, again, we'll see. Then Kansas City heads to Indy. I'm not even going to, we're going to drive right past this one. Kansas City all the way. Then, for my game of the week, Buffalo heads to Miami for a freaking showdown. This is an exciting game. I can't wait for this. Buffalo just put up, it's the Titans, but they put up 41 on the Titans the other night. Miami, Tua threw 6 touchdowns in their comeback win against Baltimore. Now, I'm not saying Baltimore is on the same level and, the same type of tier as the Bills, but I think Miami, again, you see them twice a year. So I think if this one's close, Miami might split with them. I think that their offense, maybe not so much their defense, because, again, they got torched in the first half. They did clutch up. I think it was only 3 points in the second half they allowed, I think. They did clutch up in the second half, but stopping Diggs, that's gonna be impossible almost. Because I think the Bills probably have the best offense in the league right now. I think so. So, I have the Bills winning. This is going to be a tough matchup. This is going to be a really, I do not see a blowout here. I don't. I think Miami's going to hold their own, but I just think Josh Allen is too good. I think he's up there with Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, obviously. Tua's not there, but I think, by the second time they see him, I think it's middle of the season. I think maybe we have Miami win the second one. I don't know. We'll see. But I think this is going to be a slugfest. This might be kind of high scoring, maybe like in the mid-30s, somewhere around there. And Buffalo may only win by like 4 points, 3 points, or something like that. So, again, don't expect a blowout. I certainly am not. I think Miami really showed last week that, hey, they can compete with good teams. Everyone was talking about, the Ravens are good. The Ravens are going to be good. You have Lamar Jackson. You got a healthy roster again. Look at what happened. So, I have Buffalo winning, but Miami will stick with them for the most part. Then Detroit heads to Michigan. Detroit, they put up a fight against the Eagles week 1, and Minnesota just got blown out by the Eagles in week 2. Why couldn't that Minnesota team show up in week 1? Huh? Come on, man. What are you doing? I think that Detroit will win because you see them twice a year. They obviously see Justin Jefferson a lot. You see Kirk Cousins a lot. I think this defense has gotten better. I think the offense has gotten a little bit better. And there's no, like, flashy stuff. Like, obviously, Aiden Hutchinson, number 1 pick for them. But there's no one super flashy, no one that, we got to focus on that guy. It feels like this defense and this offense, it's like, okay, anyone can shine any day of the week. So I think Detroit holds off. Oh, there's a bug in here. That was very random. I think Detroit holds them off. I think Detroit's going to win in a tight game against Minnesota. This is in Minnesota, too. So, again, they still have to play in Detroit later this year, but I think Detroit will barely get the win here. I just think they're proven. Look at what they did against the Eagles. So, Baltimore heads to New England. I don't know. I think Baltimore has this in the bag. I think they're kind of frustrated about that, giving up that huge, it was like, 24-3 or whatever it was. So, yeah, pretty much a big, huge, what is it called? Lead. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. Huge lead to Miami and lost that. So I think Baltimore is going to bounce back, win against New England, who, again, I don't think they're that good, but if you beat some of these good teams, maybe you can be good. So then Cincinnati heads to play the Jets. There was a part of me that is like, Jets are going to win this game. And I wanted to pick the Jets. The second I thought that, I'm like, I might. But I stuck with my gut. I stuck with Cincinnati. Cincinnati is struggling right now. They don't know what's up, what's down, what's left, and what's right. But the Jets, they did beat them last year. But I just think this is Cincy's time to rebound, start figuring things out. But the Jets are going to give them trouble because Cincinnati is in deep trouble right now. And that's the Super Bowl hangover. It's what it is. They're kind of struggling a bit. But I think they'll find a way. This will probably be a tighter game than it should be. And somehow, maybe the Jets... Can you imagine if the Jets have another comeback? Oh, God. Then Raiders head to Tennessee. I'm going to kind of skim over this one, too. I don't think neither team is making the playoffs. I think Tennessee might finish like third in their division, honestly. Somehow the Jags are going to finish like second with like Houston in first or so. I don't even know. I think the Colts are going to finish fourth in the division. But so, the division's wide open. And, for the Raiders, too, you're already down 1-0 or 0-1 in your division because you lost to the Chargers already. So that's a divisional game that you needed, and you already lost one. So I think they're going to bounce back here against the Titans, get that win. Because they did lose. They lost in amazing fashion to the Cardinals last week, too. So, I think this is the bounce back game. I think Tennessee is the bounce back game for everyone in the NFL that plays. Because they are not looking good. Then, I can't wait for this game. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to see how the NFC East turns out, which is crazy because I've never been really invested in the NFC East. Giants 2-0, Philly 2-0, Washington I think will be decent. And again, who knows what's going to happen with the Cowboys because Dak is injured, but Cooper Rush won last week, so who knows? I I have Philly winning. This is going to be a contested game. It's a really tight contested game here, obviously, because it is a divisional round game. Or divisional game, just within your own division. So I think this will be interesting. It's in, FedEx Field. Basically, it's, in the commies' home. But I think Eagles will find a way to win, but they're probably going to struggle because, again, you see these people twice a year. So do not expect some, well, maybe they come out and they just put up 40 on Washington. Then the Eagles might be the best team in the league. Well, outside of the Bills. But I think this will be kind of close. Maybe the Eagles only win by 7. So then Jacksonville Chargers. There's a part of me that believes the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win this game. I don't know why. I had that feeling when I was making these picks, when I was deciding who I was picking, that popped into my head, and I can't get rid of that thought of the Chargers losing to the Jags. I don't know why. It's in SoFi. It's in, Chargers home field advantage and whatnot. I'm picking them to win. I don't know why I have this weird hunch that Jacksonville's going to win. I don't know. I just do. But I'm sticking with my pick, and I'm going to go Chargers to win this one. Maybe they do win, and maybe the Jags give them a big scare. Maybe that's what happens. I don't know. Then the LA Rams head to Arizona to face the Cardinals. I am picking the Arizona Cardinals to upset. I think the first 2 weeks of the season so far, the Rams have not looked good. I think week 1, Cardinals did not look good. Whatever happened late in the game, whoever sparked and fired up that offense and that defense for the Cardinals, I think really proved that, hey, the week 1 was not their identity. I think a lot of teams, week 1 is not their identity. So I don't know why people keep making assumptions, overreactions week 1. It's fun too, obviously. But I think the Cardinals are going to upset the defending Super Bowl champs. And yeah. Cardinals going to go 2-1. Rams are going to start 1-2. That's what I predict right now. Just like the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah. Yeah, both Super Bowl teams are going to be 1-2. That's my prediction. Then Atlanta heads to Seattle. This is one of those games where you just coin flip because both teams are not that good. Atlanta, again, they showed up against the Rams last week at the end of the game. Almost came back. But I don't know. I'm picking Atlanta just because from what we've seen the first 2 weeks, with film and whatnot, Atlanta looks better. It looks like they can score more points than Seattle. Obviously, Seattle just got blown out last week against the Niners. So, I'm picking Atlanta, but this is one of those where it's just coin flip. Whatever happens, happens. Then, it pains me, but I am picking against my own team. I am picking the Bucs to win. Now, at the time of me recording this, I have no idea if Mike Evans is going to get the appeal for his suspension or not. So, no idea if Julio's going to play, no idea if Godwin's going to play. Basically, the wide receiver core for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We don't know if any of them are going to play at the time of me recording this. So, maybe you're watching this video on a Thursday or Friday or a Saturday, and maybe we know then. I don't know. Now, the thing is the Packers suck in Florida. So, and the defense has shown me that they are not as great as what I thought they were. Last time we played, Jair did kind of help in the secondary, really did kind of lock down Mike Evans. Whoops. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. No Gronk this time or anything. I don't know. I'm nervous about this Packers offense because that Bucs defense isn't that bad either. They did just come off of a big slugfest of. They didn't barely beat the Saints, but it was 3 quarters of just nothing happening and defenses just ruling the day. So I don't know. I'm picking Tampa. I don't feel super confident about this game. So I'm going to be rooting for them. I'm going to stream this game. I'm going to root for my Packers. But I got to be unbiased. I got to think logically. And I'm nervous to pick the Packers. Because last time I did, I picked the Packers in the NFC Championship game and that week 4 or 5 or whatever it was the last time they played in 2020. Same 2 times that same year. I picked Green Bay both times, and maybe third time's the charm. I picked Tampa, and I get this one wrong. So yeah, it'll be interesting. So then San Francisco heads to Denver. The Denver fans were counting down the play clock so that the Denver team, the offense, could get the play off. That's how frustrated Denver fans are with Nathaniel Hackett, with Russell Wilson, with this offense, with the injuries that are happening. San Francisco's a real team. Now that Jimmy G is back, San Francisco is probably a playoff team, if not, at least Super Bowl contenders. And Denver, to me, from what I've seen, you lost to Seattle, who is going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. And then you, what was it, 7-point win over the Houston Texans. So, nothing crazy. The offense didn't look crazy to me last week against the Texans. I don't know how well they're going to do against a good Niners defense. And again, you have injuries and whatnot. So, I don't know. I'm picking San Francisco just because I don't know how this is going to go. Then our Monday night thriller. I am picking the Giants to go undefeated into week 4 and start the season 3-0 at home against Dallas. I think, yes, Cincinnati is whatever. They barely beat them. Obviously, they lost to Tampa. I think the Giants are an under-the-radar team that no one expected them to be. They haven't started 2-0 in 6 years, I think it was. I think I saw the stat. It was 6 years was the last time they started 2-0. And I have this weird feeling that the Giants are going to win, a couple games and then at least be playoff contenders and try to fight for that spot in the NFC East and, try to get that 6 or 7 seed in there. Because, again, I think Philly is clearly the best team in the division. Dallas is obviously gone. I think Washington can be okay if they show up and actually can win some games. So I think this is really, who can get second in the NFC East between Washington and the Giants. And if you get second and you win enough games, you can sneak in there at that 6th or 7th or maybe even 5th seed. And I feel okay about the Giants. Maybe Dallas humbles them, but I don't know. I think there's a chance that the Giants could win. So that's why it's an upset, because obviously I don't expect them to win, but just it feels like it could happen just based on what we've seen for the first 2 weeks. I think the new coaching staff in New York for the Giants has really gotten better. Really, obviously it's improved since last year. So for now, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know your different picks. Let me know, does Green Bay have a chance? Let me know. Do the Giants have a chance? So I'm out of here. Peace.